Hey everyone, it's Robert here with Epic Travel 360. Got travel plans for 2025? Hold on, there are some big changes you need to know about. Did you know that potentially 1 in 4 travelers could face airport delays in 2025? That's a huge number. This is mostly due to confusion around the new Real ID rules. Today, we're diving deep into the essential travel regulations you absolutely must know about before you book that 2025 trip. We're talking about everything from getting through airport security right here in the US to navigating new entry requirements for some of your favorite international destinations. The biggest date you need to circle on your calendar? May 7th, 2025. That's the deadline for something called Real ID, which we'll get into in just a moment. But that's not all. If Europe is on your radar, get ready for a new digital travel pass, and even your trusty airlines are tweaking their rules. Stick with us because your 2025 travel plans could be smoother than ever if you know what's coming. Welcome to the first step in your 2025 travel preparedness journey. Think of this as your essential briefing. The world of travel is always evolving, but 2025 is shaping up to be a year of significant shifts. From how you identify yourself at the airport to how you enter certain countries, things are changing, and honestly, a little knowledge can make all the difference between a dream vacation and a travel nightmare. Don't worry, it might sound complicated, but we'll break it all down for you step by step. Let's talk numbers. Experts predict a significant chunk of us could face delays specifically at airport security checkpoints right here in the US. We're talking about potentially 25% of travelers. That's like 1 out of every 4 people in line. The main culprit? Confusion surrounding those new Real ID requirements we mentioned. You really don't want to be one of them. So, what are the big 3 changes you need to be aware of? First up, Real ID. This is all about how you'll prove your identity for domestic flights within the US starting May 7th, 2025. Then there's ETIAS. Think of it as your digital permission slip, your online pass to enter many European countries. It's expected to roll out in the fall of 2025. And finally, our trusty airlines are constantly updating their baggage rules and other policies, which can impact your travel budget and experience. We'll break down each of these in detail, just like we'll be talking about avoiding those airport delays we just mentioned. Seriously, mark your calendars. May 7th, 2025 is the day the Real ID enforcement kicks in for domestic air travel. If you're 18 or older and planning to fly anywhere within the United States after this date, you'll need a Real ID-compliant driver's license or another acceptable form of federal identification. Ignoring this deadline could mean being turned away at the airport, and nobody wants that to happen, especially if you've been looking forward to that vacation we saw in our intro. This applies to all US travelers, so listen up. Picture this. You arrive at the airport, excited for your long-awaited family vacation. You've got your bags packed, your boarding pass ready, but when you go through security, you're told your driver's license isn't valid for flying anymore. Suddenly, your dream trip turns into a stressful and expensive nightmare right there at the gate. This isn't just a hypothetical scenario, it could become a reality for many unprepared travelers in 2025. But don't worry, we're here to help you avoid exactly this kind of situation. One of our Epic Travel 360 community members, Linda, nearly missed her sister's wedding because she didn't have a Real ID. She got lucky and had her passport on hand, but imagine if she hadn't. Let's get down to brass tacks about Real ID. The key thing to look for on your driver's license or state-issued ID is a star in the upper corner. This little star indicates that your ID is Real ID compliant and will be accepted for domestic flights after May 7th, 2025. If you don't see that star, or maybe you're not sure, now's the time to take action. For our viewers over 65, some states might have a flag symbol instead of a star, so be sure to check your specific state's requirements. Remember that statistic we talked about? A big part of that potential delay comes from people showing up with non-compliant IDs. So what if you show up at the airport after May 7th, 2025, with a driver's license that isn't Real ID compliant and you don't have another accepted form of ID? Unfortunately, you will likely be denied boarding. Nothing ruins vacation vibes faster than getting stuck at security watching your flight take off without you. Trust me, airport coffee doesn't taste great when you're stressed. The good news is, there are other options. You can use a valid US passport, a passport card, a DHS trusted traveler card like Global Entry, a military ID, and more. Now the TSA has mentioned a phased enforcement approach, meaning some airports might initially be a little less strict than others. However, don't rely on this, it's much better to be fully prepared. Now let's hop across the pond to Europe. If you're planning a trip to any of the countries in the Schengen area, that's a group of 27 European countries that have basically said no more routine passport checks at their borders with each other, including popular destinations like France, Italy, Spain, and Germany. You'll likely need a new travel authorization called ETIAS. ETIAS is basically your digital permission slip. Think of it as your online pass to enter many European countries. It's expected to be fully in place by the fall of 2025. So if a European adventure is on your 2025 bucket list, pay close attention. Just like having the right ID for domestic flights, this will be crucial for entering these European countries. The ETIAS application will be an online process, and thankfully, it's designed to be relatively straightforward. You'll need to fill out a form with your personal information, passport details, and answer some security-related questions. There will be a small fee involved, around €7, which is about $7.50 US dollars. The key here is to apply well in advance of your trip. While many applications are expected to be processed quickly, it can sometimes take up to a few days. For our viewers who might be less familiar with online applications, don't worry, it's generally user-friendly, and we'll have resources to help. Imagine getting to the airport for your European flight only to realize your ETIAS hasn't been approved. Insider tips: save the official ETIAS website to your bookmarks now, so when applications open, you're one click away. Let's switch gears and talk about something that affects almost every traveler: airline baggage fees. It seems like airlines are constantly tweaking their policies, and in 2025 we're likely to see more changes. The trend of unbundling fares where you pay extra for things that used to be included is continuing. For example, some airlines are even removing the free carry-on allowance for basic economy tickets on certain routes. Remember that dream vacation we pictured earlier? Unexpected baggage fees can definitely put a damper on those good times. Checking airline rules now doesn't just save stress. It could buy you dinner at your destination instead of paying fees at the airport. It's not just about baggage though. Airlines are also updating other rules. For instance, some airlines, like American Airlines, have specific boarding group policies that can affect when you get on the plane and where your carry-on might end up. Plus, policies around carry-on weight limits, you might see them weighing bags at the gate more often, and even in-flight services like complimentary meals or drinks can change. Staying informed about these seemingly small details can save you time, money, and a whole lot of frustration at the airport. We know these changes can feel a little overwhelming, and we've heard from many of you in the Epic Travel 360 community with your concerns. For our younger, tech-savvy travelers, the thought of navigating a new digital system like ETIAS might seem straightforward, but they're worried about potential glitches or last-minute approvals. And for our more experienced travelers, the over 65s, there's often concern about understanding these new rules clearly, and the fear of encountering difficulties at the airport or feeling stranded. We get it, and we're here to help ease those worries. Let's be clear. Procrastinating on these travel changes is a risky move. Waiting until the last minute to get your real ID, forgetting to apply for ETIAS, or being surprised by new baggage fees can seriously derail your 2025 travel plans. We're talking about the potential for denied boarding, missed connections, unexpected expenses, and a whole lot of unnecessary stress. Remember that relaxing vacation we all dream of? Being unprepared can turn it into a logistical nightmare. Imagine the disappointment of being turned away at the gate because your real ID isn't compliant. You've spent months planning, saved up your hard-earned money, and now your trip is over before it even began. And it's not just the emotional toll. Think about the financial hit. You could lose the money you spent on your flight, accommodation, and activities. Last-minute rebooking fees can be incredibly expensive. Don't let a simple ID issue cost you hundreds of dollars and your precious vacation time. Similarly, imagine arriving in Europe, excited to explore new cultures and landmarks, only to be denied entry because your ETIAS application was rejected at the last minute, or worse, you never even applied. You could face the cost of a return flight, lose your non-refundable hotel bookings, and have your entire travel itinerary fall apart. The emotional disappointment of a ruined European adventure can be significant, especially if you've been dreaming of this trip for a long time. And let's not forget those sneaky airline fees. You might find a great deal on a flight, but then get hit with unexpected charges for your carry-on bag or checked luggage. These fees can really add up, especially for families or those traveling with more luggage. What seemed like a budget-friendly trip can suddenly become much more expensive, leaving you with less money to enjoy your actual destination. For example, some airlines can charge upwards of $30 to $50 each way for a checked bag. These changes aren't just a concern for leisure travelers. If you're traveling for business in 2025, being unprepared for Real ID or ETIAS could mean missing crucial meetings, conferences, or deals. The time-sensitive nature of business travel means that even a small delay due to documentation issues can have significant professional and financial consequences. Imagine missing that key presentation because you were held up at airport security. Ultimately, ignoring these 2025 travel regulations can lead to missing out on valuable experiences and creating negative memories instead of positive ones. Whether it's a long-awaited family reunion, a romantic getaway, or a crucial business opportunity, being unprepared can have lasting consequences. But the good news is, it doesn't have to be this way. Alright, let's get you prepared. First up, Real ID. Here's your simple checklist. Step 1, check your current driver's license or state ID for that star in the upper corner. If it's there, you're likely good to go for domestic flights. Step 2, if there's no star, don't panic. You have options. A valid U.S. passport or passport card works, as do DHS trusted traveler cards like Global Entry. Step 3, if you need to get a real ID-compliant license, visit your state's DMV website for specific requirements and make an appointment as soon as possible. Don't wait until the last minute. Quick pause here. Have you checked your ID yet? Go ahead, pull it out now and look for that little star. Let us know in the comments. Do you have it? Now for your European adventures, let's tackle ETIAS. Step 1, keep an eye out for the official launch date, expected in the fall of 2025. The best place to check is the official EU website. Step 2, once it's live, gather your passport information. You'll need the details for the online application. Step 3, head to the official ETIAS application website. Be wary of unofficial sites. Step 4, fill out the online form accurately and pay the small €7 fee. Step 5, submit your application well in advance of your trip, ideally a few weeks before you travel. For our older viewers, remember to look for the official EU website. It will have AADU domain. Insider tip, save the official ETIAS website to your bookmarks now, so when applications open, you're one click away. Let's hear from Sarah. Sarah, a 30-year-old travel enthusiast, knew about the upcoming changes and took action early. She checked her driver's license, saw it wasn't Real ID compliant, and made an appointment at her local DMV right away. Because Sarah was proactive, she's now looking forward to stress-free domestic travel and her upcoming European vacation. You can be like Sarah too. And here's John. John, who's in his late 60s and loves to travel, was initially a little concerned about all these new rules. He wasn't sure if his passport was still valid and felt a bit overwhelmed by the idea of a new online application for Europe. So, John reached out to his local AAA office for help checking his passport expiration date and got some guidance on where to find the official ETIAS website when it launches. By taking these simple steps, John is now confident and ready for his planned trips in 2025. Just like Sarah, John took control and made preparation manageable. We want to make getting ready for 2025 travel as easy as possible for you. That's why we've put together a fantastic free toolkit. This includes a comprehensive 2025 travel checklist that covers everything we've talked about today, our exclusive guides on Real ID and ETIAS documentation with all the important links, and access to our supportive Epic Travel 360 community. Our checklist is designed to take the guesswork out of travel prep. It will walk you through checking your real ID status, remind you when to apply for ETIAS, prompt you to verify your passport validity. Remember, some countries require it to be valid for at least 6 months after your trip. And even give you tips on staying updated on airline baggage rules. It's your one-stop shop for ensuring a smooth journey in 2025. For our viewers over 65 who might prefer in-person help, remember you can often get assistance with real ID applications at your local DMV. For our younger, tech-savvy viewers, the official ETIAS website will be your best resource for the online application. Super download your free checklist. Imagine heading to the airport or crossing a border knowing that you have all your ducks in a row. That's the peace of mind that comes with being well prepared. No more last-minute scrambles, no more worrying about being turned away. You'll be able to focus on what really matters, enjoying your epic travel experiences. Preparing early for these 2025 changes isn't just about avoiding problems, it's also about saving time and money. Applying for ETAs well in advance can help you avoid any potential rush fees or delays. Understanding airline baggage rules beforehand can prevent those unexpected and often costly fees at the airport. Being proactive is the key to a smoother and more budget-friendly travel year. Once you have your real ID-compliant identification, getting through airport security for your domestic flights after May 7, 2025, should be a breeze. Knowing you have the correct documentation will give you confidence and help keep those security lines moving efficiently. Remember that statistic about potential delays? Being prepared with your real ID is one of the best ways you can help avoid being part of that number. With airlines increasingly scrutinizing baggage, now's the perfect time to refine your packing skills. Think about traveling lighter, utilizing packing cubes, and always checking the specific baggage allowances for your airline before you head to the airport. A little planning in this area can save you money and make your journey much more comfortable. We're all in this together. Join the Epic Travel 360 community on Facebook and other platforms to share your travel plans, ask questions, and connect with other prepared travelers. You can share your own tips and learn from the experiences of others as we all navigate these 2025 travel changes. It's a great place to get real-time updates and support. So, are you ready to conquer the 2025 travel changes and ensure your next adventure is smooth and stress-free? Then don't wait. Head down to the description below this video and click the link to download your free 2025 Travel Survival Guide right now. It's packed with all the information and resources you need to be fully prepared. Super download your free guide below. What are your biggest travel concerns for 2025? Let us know in the comments below and we'll do our best to help. Remember to subscribe to Epic Travel 360 and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any crucial travel updates. Share this video with your fellow travelers who need this information. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next adventure.